everyone, and welcome to One Family, One Menu. Today, I have the perfect recipe for you when you are in a hurry. My delicious empanadas, and you are going to love it. So today, we are making my delicious empanadas. But before we begin, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Alright, so before we begin, let's go over our ingredients. 1/8 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 1/4 of a teaspoon of coriander, 1/4 teaspoon of oregano ground, 1 tablespoon of bouillon. This is optional, and I dissolved it in hot water. 2 tablespoons of cilantro, roughly chopped, 2 garlic cloves, minced, 1 cup of your marinara or tomato sauce, your favorite kind, 1 cup of Spanish olives, roughly chopped, half of a medium green pepper and half of a medium red pepper, diced, half of an onion, medium onion, diced, 1 pound of chicken breast, boneless, and 20 empanada discs. All right, now let's talk about how we're going to prepare our chicken ahead of making the empanadas. You are going to boil your 1 pound of chicken in just plain water. You don't need to add any salt, anything. Just boil it. Make sure that you cook it through. Once it's done and it's cooked through, you're going to cool your chicken, but you are going to cool it in the liquid you boiled it in the water. Why? Because if you cool it outside of the liquid, it's going to be dry, and you want to make sure that the chicken is always moist. So keep it in the water until you're ready to shred it. Once you're ready to shred it, you toss the water and then you shred it with your hands. Make sure it's shredded very nicely, because that's what's going to go into the empanada. All right, your empanada discs are going to be located in your frozen food aisle in your supermarket. Now, there are different brands sometimes, or there may be only one. It's fine. Just make sure you get 2 packs of 10, because you need 20 at the very least. Obviously, you can make more. And to thaw them, make sure you put them in the refrigerator the night before you're going to do these empanadas. Take them out of the freezer because they should be frozen. Put them in the refrigerator. All right, everyone, we are almost ready to start making our empanadas. But I have a very special guest today that loves my empanadas and eats tons of them as soon as he can after I make them. And that is my son, Parker.
Hi.
All right, so the first thing you're going to do is make sure you preheat your oven at 375 degrees if you are planning on eating your empanadas the day you make them, or some of them, instead of freezing them. Now, let's begin making our filling.
All this fresh produce smells really good, Mommy.
Yes, it does. It's all my organic produce that I get from Wildkale, which they ship directly from the farm overnight to your door. All right, so we are going to begin by placing our pan on the medium heat on the stove and then adding our olive oil. And then we are going to introduce our onions. And what you want is to hear that sizzling sound.
I like that sizzling sound.
I know you do. Onions smell great. All right, Parker, do me a favor and move them around a little bit with your spoon. Now, when you see that your onions are translucent, you are going to add the garlic. Parker, can you please have the garlic?
I love garlic.
I know. Garlic is so good for you, too. You see? There you go. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Now that the garlic is cooking through and we can smell it very well, and you see a little bit of browning, you can introduce your peppers, your bell peppers.
My bell peppers, yeah.
Yeah. Let's put them in. Thank you. Guys, cooking with your children is so amazing. They love it, and they are more likely to eat what they make. So this is very important. Now that you're moving it around, let's now put in our olives. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, I can help you.
Parker loves olives. He eats them just like that. He loves strong flavors. All right, please put that back. Thank you. All right, we're gonna mix them in, and guys, this smells so delicious.
You can't really smell them through the camera.
All right, now that that's in, we are going to add our coriander, our oregano.
Can I add the last thing?
Yes, you can. And our red pepper flakes.
Oh, this smells great.
Yeah. The red pepper flakes are going to give it a bit of a spiciness. And if you don't like it even a little spicy, then you don't have to add it. But it's not going to be extremely spicy. It's just going to give it a little kick. Now that you smell it and it's becoming fragrant, make sure you add your tomato sauce. Here you go.
Tomato sauce.
All right, once you have added the tomato sauce or marinara, you're going to add your bouillon if you choose to do so. If you choose to add bouillon. Now move that around, please, and be very, very careful. Help me with this instead because the chicken bowl is a little bit too heavy. That's cilantro, and we're gonna add our cilantro right before the chicken. Oop. Oh, he ate a piece of cilantro. So I'm not letting Parker add this because it's a little bit too heavy, and I don't want him to get burned or for this to fall. Now that the chicken is in, we are going to fold it into the sauce and veggies here. All right, so I think that my chicken needs a little bit more moisture. So I'm going to add a little bit of water. This was my bouillon bowl, and I'm gonna put it in there so it has a little more moisture, and there's a little bit of a sauce. So you can see here, a little bit of a sauce left. And now I'm going to add my salt and my pepper. I'm gonna add some Himalayan salt. Thank you, Parker.
I love salt.
There you go. And I'm gonna add freshly cracked pepper. Freshly cracked is always better. All right, so Parker here, my best kitchen helper, helped me cook our chicken and with all our veggies and our spices, and it's so delicious. He had a little taste of it, and he says it's the
best thing in the world.
Ah, there you go. Now, empanadas can be filled with anything you like and anything you love. It's a compacted thing that is so easy. You can make it in a few minutes, and you can freeze them and use them throughout the week. And I make them in batches, guys. And when there's a crazy day that we don't have time to do anything, I take them out of the freezer and literally put it in my preheated oven. I don't even defrost them sometimes. And if you don't have time to defrost them, just make sure you leave them a little longer cooking. I love this dish. It's so easy to make, and it's so useful, and everybody loves it. You can also fill them with different fillings. So if you know that some of your kids like certain things, you can always fill it in with that.
Can I help you like you do with that one?
Yes. So the empanadas come separated by a wax paper. Each disc, right? Comes separated by a wax paper. You're going to keep that wax paper. You have to reuse whatever you have, right? Don't waste anything. And what you're going to do once your meat has cooled, or whatever your filling is, in this case this one, you're going to put a little bit in the middle. Parker, please help me out.
So I'm just gonna put a little bit. That's
yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
Not that cooled down, but it's cooled down.
It's cooled down, but it's not as cool. But
like
can you put a little more, please?
I'm gonna put like this much.
I think we need a little more than that.
This much?
That's fine. Perfect.
That's good.
All right. So once that's done,
We're gonna use the wax paper to like fold it.
Yes, you're gonna leave the wax paper on, and make sure your hands are very clean when you're doing this, because you're gonna be touching this, of course. And then you're gonna fold it like a taco, but stick the edges together.
Stick the edges together.
Yes, and you don't need to wet it because there's enough moisture on this chicken to wet the dough. All right, so now that this is stuck together, you are going to remove the wax paper from it, right?
Can I touch it? Ooh, this feels nice.
Yes, and then we have washed our hands very well.
Yeah.
Then we're going to take a fork, you can buy an empanada crimper, but actually you don't need one. This is easy. If you have a fork, you go like this.
One?
Hold on, let me show you what to do.
Well, and you do that, and it looks like an empanada.
And then you can, there you go. Perfect. Okay. Very good. You see, this is perfect for children, guys. Spending quality time with your kids in the kitchen. It's amazing.
Okay.
Put it in more. There you go. Okay. Perfect. And then if there's
perfect, but it's fine.
A little bit that is left, yeah, exactly, I fix it.
No,
there's gonna be vapor inside the empanada while you cook it. You want that to be released. So what you're going to do is you're going to stick your fork on the top just a little bit, not all the way through, to create these little holes. And then you are going to leave it on your wax paper, and that's what's going to help you separate your empanadas when you put them in the freezer. After I have made my empanadas, all of them like this, I take one of my reusable plastic bags, like the big large one, Ziploc style, but the reusable kind, which is what I have, and I put them all there and separated by these wax papers and freeze them. So let's continue. All right, so we are done assembling our empanadas. We did great teamwork, right, Parker?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, it does. And we are done. I already have the ones that I'm going to freeze inside this reusable silicone bag, Ziploc style bag, and I'm ready to put those in the freezer. And I have lined my small pan with a silicone mat. If you don't have a silicone mat to bake, make sure you get some parchment paper or something for that empanadas not to stick to the pan, because they will stick. Now, I'm only baking 3 empanadas. Halfway through the baking process, which will take anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes, you are going to turn your empanadas around. What you want to achieve is a golden, crisp crust. And if it takes more than 30 minutes, because each oven is different, that's fine. Just make sure you have an eye on them and check them at the 20 to 30 minute mark. Let's go cook. All right, everyone, our empanadas are fully cooked and they are crispy, they are delicious and beautiful. This is what you want to achieve. Yeah. I wanted to show you how the crust is golden on both sides. I cooked mine for 30 minutes, and 15 minutes in, I turned them around to make sure that both sides achieve the same texture. Oh, yes, a little warm. And then you can hear it. It's nice and crispy. This is delicious. And you didn't have to fry it, guys. And you can make these ahead of time and freeze them, and it's going to save you tons of time. He likes to eat like 2 or 3 at a time, and he loves it with some hot sauce. And you can also serve for your family for dinner a side of salad or chips or French fries, whatever you like. I made a simple salad here with red leaf lettuce, avocado, tomato, and cilantro, and a little bit of goat cheese.
All from Wildkale.
All from Wildkale, yes, organic. And you are going to be able to find the link for my personalized link to Wildkale, as well as my website, underneath this video. So make sure you check it out. All right, everyone, that is our recipe for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you make tons of empanadas. Please tell me in the comment, what fillings do you like in your empanadas? I'd love to find out. Don't forget to go to onefamilyonemenu.com for this recipe and many, many, many more.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment what she said, and also ring that notification bell for more daily updates of onefamilyonemenu.com. Bye!